Awesome. All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Mirabella podcast. Or the Mirabella Mindset. We're not really sure yet what we're going to call it. James, what do you like better?
I like Mirabella Mindset.
All right. So I'm leaning towards that. And honestly, to be successful, you need the proper mindset. So I like going with that. Guys, today I want to talk about the 4 pillars of success. A successful business, a thriving business. And these 4 pillars, as long as you're hitting the mark on all 4 or excelling at 3 out of the 4, you're going to crush it in business. What are the 4 pillars, though? Let's recap them. Let's go over them. Customer service, convenience, your product or your service, and then the price. And a lot of people lose focus on what they should be doing in their business, but if you want to keep business successful and easy and grow it, simple is the way to go. Just keep your business simple. I can't tell you how many times I myself have either come close to failing, failed in an aspect of my business because I made it too complex. Complexity will ruin your business. You won't be able to scale it. And then you're going to feel stuck and overwhelmed. And you're going to be like, salon ownership is not for me. I can't own a barbershop. I shouldn't be a hairstylist. And so many times you just get in your own way. So let's simplify it today. The first aspect of your salon business or barbershop or your suite needs to be customer service. Without customer service, hands down, you will not be able to grow your business because word of mouth will not take place, at least in a positive way. So what is customer service? People, I think, have lost touch of what customer service is. And I think as stylists, there has been a little bit of ego in our industry now of, boundaries and policies. And like, we're still here to serve the customer. We're still service industry. And when you bring your attention back to servicing the customer and customer service in general, you're going to have a lot of appreciation and a lot more referrals and just a lot more gratitude from your clients for you going above and beyond. And how do you separate yourself from the competition if honestly a haircut's a haircut, blonde is blonde? It's your customer service. It's what you're bringing to the table. And customer service is greeting your clients when they first walk into the salon or to your suite. It's having water, maybe wine, maybe refreshments for them. Like there's a lot of things you could do to make the customer experience better. So customer service goes hand in hand with customer experience. But how do you treat your clients, right? How do you answer the phone? How do you deal with people who are running late? How do you deal with issues with clients who may not be happy with a stylist that you pair them with in your salon? So customer service, I want you to think about outside the salon experience, right? I want you to think about when you go to dinner, when you go to eat at a restaurant, like what do you notice about the host? When you call to make a reservation, do they ask for your birthday? Is there a special occasion? Like I remember I made a reservation at a restaurant and there was no special occasion, but she asked me my birthday, my wife's birthday, how far is that? Like the reason for going out tonight. And she asked me a lot of cool questions to make my experience there much better. And I had nothing going on, but the table next to me did. And they had a birthday. So they made sure they had a birthday cake for them. They made sure they had made that experience so much better. And that's customer service. When you have, and you guys all should have a booking system, right? You should have a booking software. When you have a client call to make that appointment, there's always these questions you're going to have. And obviously it's their name, their phone number, their email. And then you're going to have their birthday in there. Then you're going to have notes. And one of the things you could do for customer service to go really above and beyond, ask them how they take their coffee. Ask them if they like coffee or tea. Ask them questions. When's your birthday? And so you have to slow down the customer intake process. I know it's rough. I know the front desk can get crazy. But now with online booking and now with a lot of the technology coming out, it makes it a lot easier to bring on clients, and it makes that process a little less painful, right? Rather than just writing on a pen and paper, the software is a little faster now. Your clients' intakes can be done by them with an app, or you can send them a link, but it's important you capture their birthday. This will help you serve your client better. It will help you email them with valuable stuff like, hey, happy birthday, here's a free blowout or a free product. And when you ask for how their coffee is, when they come into the salon, you could be like, hey, Barbara, you still take it 2 sugars, 1 cream? Like little things like that in the customer service area is what will separate you from everybody else. When they come and sit down for an appointment, it's July, 23rd, 24th? Like, Barbara, Your birthday's the 25th. That's tomorrow. Happy birthday. I just looked in the computer. So customer service is the first most important thing you need to control in your business. And as owners, you need to have a brand and a culture, obviously, in your salon. And that customer service, that needs to be a standard that's set in your salon. Every single team member needs to have a level of customer service if you want to thrive and grow your salon. Now, the next pillar of success, okay? And this is going to be a hard pill for a lot of you younger stylists to swallow. And it's convenience, right? You need to be convenient, especially when you're starting out. Like when you first start out doing hair, at least when I first started out doing hair, I waxed, I did blowouts, I did perms, I did updos, I did highlights, I did every haircut possible. I didn't turn a client away. And I don't know what happened with our industry, but whatever happened, people started getting a little too selective on what they want to do. And I do believe you should specialize eventually. But being convenient for your clients by being able to provide them any kind of service is amazing, especially when you're starting out. So be proficient in everything you're doing. Now, how convenient is it to a client if they can get everything done with you? Everything done right in the same salon. Right? I'm not saying do a million services, right? I'm not saying dilute your skills. But if you are a hairstylist, you should be able to do every type of haircut, every type of color, right? You shouldn't be selective on what you're doing. Build your skills up so you can offer that convenience factor to your clients. Now, convenience is also the hours that you work. And a lot of people don't want to work Saturdays now. And I feel you almost have to earn that right. If you don't want to work Saturdays, that's cool. Then work one late night. Like I said before, you're in the customer service, the service industry, you're going to want to make sure you're convenient for your clients. And this is on the in-salon aspect, right? You're going to make sure if you have half your clientele works late and you have no late nights, how convenient are you for them? You're not convenient. So if you take a look at the numbers you're doing behind the chair every week and it's not growing and you're not making any more money, why don't you be more convenient for people? Why don't you open up a Saturday, maybe even one Saturday a month? Why don't you extend hours one night a week? Come in a little later. Come in from 12 to 8 rather than 9 to 2 or 9 to 3. And if you can expand how convenient you are for the hours you work for your clientele, well, then you're going to make more money. So it's one of the 4 pillars, and I put that in here because without being convenient, no one can book an appointment with you. If they can't book appointments online, they have to call the salon, but yet no one's answering the phone because you're in a suite. How convenient is that? Not convenient. Convenience also plays a fact in where your salon's located. And I use this example a lot. I'd much rather have a C location with A-level parking, right? And do A-level marketing. So convenience for my clients to be able to park is way more valuable to me as an owner than it is having a salon on the main strip with no parking. It's inconvenient, right? It sucks when you have to pay for parking. You have to run out and put like quarters in the machine or put your debit card in, get the ticket, put it on your dashboard. It's just not convenient. It's not convenient to get your hair done and have to walk 2 blocks in the rain. So if you have a choice between a couple different locations, pick the location that has the convenient parking. Hands down, especially if you are in like a hybrid suburb city type area, there's such an advantage to having decent parking because if it's inconvenient and it's frustrating for me to go to your salon, I'm not going to want to go to your salon. So convenience is 100% something you need to pay attention to. Convenience on your hours you're open and convenience on your location. So if you're not convenient to go to, I'm not going to want to go to your salon. So you have to think about, is it worth the money to pay for that front main street storefront? Like it's probably going to be a little more money, if not a lot more money. I'm talking like the difference between what I pay in rent and what my friend pays in rent down the street is he pays almost triple, if not actually quadruple now, what I pay in rent for a smaller space on a really busy street with shitty parking. And he needs to market his salon still, right? Because no one's stopping in there. Everyone drives nowadays where we're located. For me, my rent is a fraction of the price. I spend the extra money that he spends on rent on my marketing and my paid ads, and I get all my customers in my salon. But guess what happens when I fill my chairs? I just stop spending so much money on ads and go off of word of mouth and referrals. And now my monthly debt, what I'm paying out, the expenses, I should say, shrinks back down again to a fraction of what it used to be. And I have all the clients coming in now, and it's word of mouth and organic reach. So if you guys are stuck between a decision on what location you should pick the one that's more convenient. And when it comes to hours, just be convenient for your clients. If you knock out customer service and convenience, half the battle is won right there to build your business and build your salon. Now, pillar number 3. This is a hard pill for you guys to swallow. If you're not busy and you're doing everything to treat your customers right and you're super convenient, but yet you're not getting busy, your product might suck. You just may not be good at doing hair. And that's not a permanent problem. But you have to come to terms with the fact that you might need to develop better skills. Okay? Now, if you are super convenient and you got great customer service, it will help the fact that you're not that good at hair. Because people will still go to you just out of sheer convenience because you're the latest salon that's open. But you have to truly work on the thing that you're doing, which is hair, barbering, eyebrows, skincare, makeup, whatever the hell you do. If you focus on your skills and you become the best stylist in your area, and literally no one could duplicate your work, you're exceptional. Your product is A+. You're convenient. You have great customer service. Do you guys know what the 4th pillar is? It's price. You can charge what you want. See, if you are awesome at customer service and your convenience, right, is that you're great parking, you're open all the hours your clients need you to be, and you deliver a fucking awesome highlight, haircut, blowout, permanent makeup, eyelash extension, whatever you do, you guys will be the busiest salon in your area. Hands down, there's no competition. You can pretty much charge what you want because they're guaranteed to get the result that they want. And so people always come to me and like, what should I charge? What can you charge? How good are you? Like, can you charge a price that justifies the fact that I'm paying $2,000 for a haircut, $1,000 for a haircut, $500 for a haircut, $100 for a haircut? How's your customer service? And I say $2,000 because Ted Gibson, I don't know if you guys know him, Google Ted Gibson. James, you know what Ted Gibson is?
No idea what Ted Gibson.
I think it charges, and you guys can jump in the chat if you want, I think it charges like $2,000 or $1,800 a haircut right now. So for someone to charge $1,800 a haircut, you better believe that he could deliver a great result. But you better believe that his customer service is second to none, right? He may not be as convenient. So once you start having a really good product, you could start dropping down one of the other pillars. So if your price isn't as, I could say convenient or it's not as accessible to people, but your customer service is, well, then you could be a little less convenient, but your product has to be amazing. So I want you guys to really think about your product. What are you doing? How are you honing your skills? And a good indicator of how good your product is what your retention rate is. How often do people come back to you? Like, you get clients in the door, and then do they come back? Do they not come back? If you guys want help unpacking some of this stuff, DM me Grow, and we could take a look at your retention rate and take a look at some strategies that I implement in my own salons, and then I help other people implement, and then I help you kind of grow your business as one big unit using these 4 pillars. And if you're following on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe because we're coming out with a new podcast every single day just to help you build your salon business. So this is not going to end here. We're going to now talk about how these 4 little pillars work hand in hand. So using Ted Gibson as the example, he has a very astronomical price, but he delivers on the product and he delivers on customer service. So if you guys want, I think he has a YouTube video out there. You get a scalp massage on probably like an hour. Who knows how long it is. And it's him doing it, right? He's delivering quality service. He's delivering an exceptional haircut. And it's just a nice atmosphere in there. So the energy in the salon, he controls. That's part of it's inconvenient to be in a salon that you're paying a lot of money for when it's hectic and it's chaotic and it's crazy. It's not luxurious. So if you're charging for a luxurious service, make sure you're crushing it on every other pillar. So here's the deal. if you're not that good at what you do, you shouldn't be charging a lot of money because you are going to make good marketing, make a bad product to fail faster. They're going to talk about how bad that haircut was and it wasn't worth the $100 or $200 you're charging. Same goes for color. But the one thing you could do is charge according to your experience and your skill level, and then deliver on the customer service and then the convenience. Because that's how I built my business. I wasn't the best hairstylist, right? I was good, but I outworked every single person in my area. Everyone's closed on Sundays here, at least here in New Jersey. No salons were really open Sunday, but guess who was open? I was. Mondays, same deal. Guess who was open? I was. Guess who was at the salon? 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. I was. Guess who stayed until 9, 10 o'clock at night? I was. And I didn't live my whole life like that. Like my whole career wasn't like that, but it was like that for the time I had to build up. So I got out of the hair industry and I was out of it for like 10 years. And when I got back in, I had to play catch up. Like I had to get back to where my peers were. And I was a man at this point, right? I had to supply an income for my family. I had to supply food. I had to like really level up here. And the way I did it was I could only fast track my skills so much by taking classes, but I could be more convenient than my competition. And when I say competition, like I haven't, no one's really a competition, right? Don't measure yourself against the competition, but at a certain level, you do want to see what the salons are doing around you and you want to outperform them in certain areas. And so if they're all closed on Sunday, well, guess what? People still need their hair done on a Sunday. Guess who was there to do it? Me. And then my convenience for the day, I was there all day long. What did you need? I'm there for you. Saturday, no problem. Stay late on Sunday, no problem. Monday morning, no problem. And I started building my book up. And what began to happen was my referrals came in. I also started advertising. So once I got my skills back to where I wanted it, then I started turning the dial up with the ads. And every time that phone rang, I was there to answer it. So I went from $400 a week to $4,000 a week in less than 6 months, just coming back into the hair industry again. Like, and I was making nothing. Like I literally was just broke. And so I was able to really fast track and time collapse my journey behind the chair and bring it back to where I should have been had I never took a break. And so I want to recap these 4 pillars. Number 1 is going to be customer service. Number 2 is going to be convenience. Number 3 is going to be your product, the service that you provide. And number 4 is price. And if you're hitting all 4 of these and you're a 10, like on a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 10 out of 10 on all of them, you will dominate your area, you will be super successful, and you will have an amazing brand with a great culture, and you'll never have any kind of slow periods. Like I was never slow in the summertime. I was never slow after Christmas. I didn't have downtime. And I think people who use like, oh, it's summer, we're slow, I think that's just an excuse personally. And I think if you were to deliver on your convenience and customer service and your price and your product, that wouldn't be an issue. And so part of customer service is making sure you pre-book appointments. Hey, Barbara, you usually come every 6 weeks. You said you had a wedding coming up in 5 weeks. Do you want me to put you in before that wedding so your grays aren't a problem? Yeah, you're being convenient for them and you're delivering on customer service. You're making sure she's taken care of. And so if you deliver 10 out of 10 on all 4, then you're going to dominate. Now, here's where it gets fun. You want to make more money, right? You're stressed out. You're working behind the chair. You're burnt out now. You kind of feel like you paid your dues already. So what I then did was strip down a day. I stopped working Sundays. And guess what else I did? I raised my prices. So now I'm at the salon less, which makes it a little less convenient, but my product got better. Like I was just better at doing hair now. And so it was worth more. So I raised my prices. So I actually raised my prices. I became less convenient, but guess what happened? I got busier. I got busier because I was in more demand now. I was better at doing hair. My customer service was still exceptional. Had I raised my prices and had I been less convenient, okay, without getting better at doing hair and with shitty customer service, it would have failed. Hands down, I would not have been able to drive my business forward. So if you guys want to raise your prices, make sure you hold the standard for the other 3 or at least the other 2. And if you don't, you will not be successful. You will not be able to thrive or grow your business. So I want you to ask yourself, if you're not busy, if your salon's not thriving, if you have a team member you're trying to build up but you can't figure out why, how many hours are you at the salon? And this is important for you people who have a suite, right? If you guys are in a suite, you have the freedom now. You're your own boss. Things are great. You come and go as you please. but you're not showing up. I can't tell you how many times I'll go to a suite and there's 15 of them within like a 5-mile radius from me and they're empty. I mean, there's people renting them, but what are you doing? Why aren't you there? So for me, if I had a suite when I did this in my salon, if you're scheduled to be at the salon from 9 to 5, let's say, and you have no clients today, what are you doing from 9 to 5? You should be posting content. You should be developing content. You should be communicating on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever the hell you're on with your followers. Hey, Barbara, I got some free time today. Any hair concerns we could chat about? And you just become social on social media. You spend that time developing relationships to get people in the door. That's also customer service. It's just on a digital platform. So you guys ask yourself, where are you falling short on those 4 pillars? Is it the price? Are you too overpriced for the skill level that you have? Are you not convenient enough? Is your customer service off? Like, are you not like pleasant to be around? Does your product suck? Are you not good at hair? So it's really, really important that you first take a look at yourself and see what's going on with your business. Even if you're a commission stylist, take a look and be like, where can I be better? Where can I do better at one, if not all 4 of these? And then deliver it, not just for your clients, but for yourself and for your family, whoever depends on you to be successful. This all is great. And these are the 4 pillars, and you need to be successful. And I'm going to throw a little spin to it. There's a 5th pillar that I didn't talk about, and it's consistency. You have to be consistent on delivering on all these 4, or at least the ones you want to deliver on. If you're not consistent, if you give a good haircut one day and then a shitty one the next day, if you're open on Sundays one day and then you're not the next week, right? Then people are not going to be able to count on you to be open on Sundays. If you're usually open till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 8, whatever the time is, and they pop in the salon and you're not there, that's not convenient. That's inconsistent. So pick the days you want to be in the suite, in the salon, and stick to them. Be there. Be consistent. Deliver on all 4 of these pillars day in and day out. If you do that for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you will have a huge business and a huge brand in this industry. Same thing with social media. Like, I'm consistent. I do this every single day. I post every single day. You want to know why? Because I saw the people who had the things that I wanted to have, and they did this every single day. And so why don't I just do what they do? Take a look at the hairstylists in your community, the ones who are busy. Are they at work on time? Do they not show up? Is their product amazing? How's their customer service? Is it top notch? So take a look at the people around you who have the thing that you want and just keep doing what they're doing. So just to recap and end this whole entire podcast live, if you guys are tuning in right now on Instagram, we're live on YouTube and on Facebook. So I want you guys to make sure you jump over to the YouTube channel so you can get into the chat. But we're talking about the 4 pillars of success, and they are customer service, convenience, your product, and your price. You have to be dominant on all 4 of these pillars. If you have an amazing service, like you are second to none, then you could increase your prices. But when you do that, you have to make sure you're still super convenient and your customer service is on point. If you truly deliver with customer service, then you can raise your price as long as your product is amazing and shrink your hours down. And that's when you get to the pinnacle of the business. That's when, like, you see these hairstylists are doing 3 days a week and they're booking $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a week. That's because they earned that right. You can't come out of school and expect those results. A lot of you guys are looking at people's chapter 27 of their hair journey or their business journey, and you're on chapter 1 and you're expecting those results. Don't do that, because it's only going to end in failure, and you didn't deserve that. You didn't earn that right yet. You have to fill those pages with your own journey. So stop judging people and taking a look at what they're doing and expecting those results because you never put them in. You didn't put the work in yet. So those are your 4 pillars of success. If you guys want to rewatch this, it will be on the YouTube channel on the live. And if you guys want more information about the Level Up Academy, about what I do in coaching, DM me the word grow, and we can unpack the missing piece of your puzzle for your business and your salon and see what's going on and see how we can help your salon grow and thrive and flourish. And if you guys want to do that, just DM me grow here on Instagram. go to nickmirabella.com if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, and just go to the apply section and just apply for coaching. It's very simple. We got a couple questions we're going to go through. We're going to get into a conversation, see if you're a good fit. I don't work with everybody. Some people just aren't a good fit. Some people aren't ready yet. Some people need some more fundamentals. So what you're going to need to do is apply. We'll see if we're a good fit. And I have other people in my network that might be a better fit than me. I have no problem passing you on. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Instagram, if you got any questions, we're going to jump in right now and do some Q&A. What do you guys have going on? Questions right here. Stephanie, what's happening?
If you're in the YouTube or Facebook chat, ask
Yeah.
questions as well.
If you guys are watching right now on Facebook or YouTube, click subscribe, definitely, but ask a question to James in the chat. It's called Public Relations, works with drag racing too. Definitely. The structure of the salon business is completely non-profitable. All right, I'm going to address that real quick for you. So I have 5 locations and I'm 100% profitable. But what you're saying is very true. The traditional way of running a salon, most salons are failing because they are not profitable. And here's the reason why. Their structure and systems is broken. I have all independent stylists. So I don't have to worry about the unemployment, the payroll, all those stupid taxes, right? Because everyone on my team is independent stylists. Now, that alone saves me 15% on top line revenue right out the gate for what I'm paying out to everybody. I also do parts and labor. So everything that I collect in the salon, I just deduct the rent and a few other expenses, and that's mine. So I want to ask you a question. I don't know what your first name is. It looks like Chaz. Chaz, these 3 questions I'm going to ask you. What business do you think you're in? What business are you really in? And what business do you need to be in? And when you answer those 3 questions, it's going to help you unpack what you're doing wrong in the salon industry. But I guarantee you that you're doing something wrong if you're not profitable. The profit margin for a typical business in the world is like 8 to 12%. And you could definitely be profitable in the salon business if you do it right. You just have to do it right. So ask yourself those questions because you might be in the wrong business. You might think you're in the salon business, but you're really in the recruiting business. All right, guys, that's it for the live. If that brought you any value, DM me grow. Let's get a chat going. FJ Barbers, like how to grow a team? All right, cool. So how you grow a team is first be the example of the barber that you want on your team. Everything you do, every single action you take, and then what you do is like attracts like. You start documenting your journey as a barber or a barbershop owner on social media to attract people to come into your world in your barbershop, and then you'll start attracting your own tribe. Have your core values figured out for your salon that you stand for, and have a standard that you set that everyone has to rise to, and you'll grow a really, really dominant team. Sabrin, DM me grow. Don't just drop it here in the comments. Go to my DMs and DM me. All right, Allison, Janet, you guys are tuning in late for the 4 core values, so I'll just jump into it while you guys are on. Not 4 core values. The 4 pillars of success is what we chatted about. And the 4 pillars of success in any business is going to be customer service, convenience, price, and product. And so if you're not convenient, no one can come to you. Like, you got to make sure you're convenient, your hours are convenient, you got to make sure you have good parking, things like that, right? And then customer service. Make sure you're delivering on customer service. Make sure you are above and beyond delivering for your clients in that service industry that we're in. Coffee, water, tea, make sure you know their birthday. Make sure you're just delivering an amazing experience and your customer service is top notch. Then your product. If you're not good at doing hair or you're not good at doing eyebrows or whatever you do, then you're not going to get busy. But here's the caveat. If you have great customer service and you're super convenient, okay, and you're priced right, if your product isn't that good, just out of sheer convenience, because you're the only place open on Sunday, you will still get blowouts because they have no other choice. But if your product's amazing, you can charge what you want, then you can be more selective on your hours, but you still need great customer service. So, guys, I hope that brought you some value today. If you want to watch the whole replay, it will be on YouTube. The YouTube Live, just click the little live button on my channel. To get to that channel, go to my stories, and I linked right to it. That's the easiest way to do it. And I will see you all next time. Later, guys.